Hi everyone, I'm posting this video regarding some of my recent health issues. I was a former pharmacist in US and also have done some studies regarding healthcare administration, and I'm interested in healthcare, and I'm myself suffering from many symptoms which are very similar to COVID related symptoms that are posted online by news channels and everything. But whenever I've gone to the doctor, they haven't found anything diagnosable or have proved to be negative for COVID in many of the tests. And there are many reasons for that happening to us. And I'm going to list some of those reasons that I have found were relevant to me. And hopefully, if they are relevant to you, maybe you can start doing your own detecting regarding your own health and take back the power that you might have felt might have left your life, as doctors have been unable to help resolve your issues long term. So, this video is for those patients who might think they have COVID. They go for a test or they see a doctor, but both of them are unable to detect the COVID in them. Either the test proved to be negative, or the symptoms that you're narrating to the doctor may not show up while the doctor is checking you up, and they might not believe you. Or even if the doctor believes you, they may not understand your problem that deeply, or they might consider other factors that could be biases from them. Or you might not have COVID, you might have some other thing going on, because of which you might not have had the diagnosis of COVID from the doctor. So, in my case, what has happened is I've had continuous breathing problems for the last 3 years, and I used to be having some allergies in India. When I live in India right now, I lived briefly for 13 years in US. So I have had allergies both in US and in India from certain chemicals, and when exposed to certain chemicals in house cleansing agents, like Lysol that we use for cleaning the floors, or chemicals that we use for cleaning our furniture, or any other chemical that we use in cleansing purposes in our regular homes, I would get occasionally some sneezing or inhalational problem and corrosion in my nasal passage and things like that. So because of that, I have had this heightened sensitivity regarding smell, heightened sensitivity regarding things that are inhalationally not that great for us. I also have some allergies to other things that cause skin irritations and rashes occasionally. So, because of all these reasons, I am mindful about using different chemicals or things that we use regularly in life, like even scents and perfumes that people use normally in their lives. But I've observed over time that my sensitivity and allergic reaction or other responses to these things were different. So suddenly, when I started getting severe breathing problems, and the problems have been continuing for 3 years, and when I have gone to either a general medicine doctor or a ER doctor, and I have even seen an infectious disease specialist now, but none of them have been able to diagnose the condition accurately, especially because multiple things are going on with me. But I will talk about those things that are very similar to COVID symptoms. One time, I had all the similar COVID symptoms that got reported in the news like 3-4 months later on. But I got the symptoms 3-4 months before they were reported as COVID. I got the symptoms when COVID wasn't even an issue in India, though it was detected in 2019 in different parts of the world. By the time it came in Indian news media as a health issue, it was somewhere around April that it showed up as a major health concern, and lockdowns and other procedures started to be followed in India towards the end of April. So, even though the government and other officials might have known about certain things related to COVID, by the time data is collected, by the time measures can be taken, it takes a while. And as those things are unfolding, sometimes patients can have health issues that don't get reported. And because COVID was a new disease that physicians weren't aware of, even if you see a physician, if they are not aware of the current strain of COVID, or even if you see a diagnostician and if they have RT-PCR tests or other tests that are for a different variant of COVID, even if you do have infection related to coronavirus, depending on the information the doctor has, depending on the test kits that have been used, sometimes it can get misdiagnosed. Now, that is one aspect. So I felt like some of the symptoms that I got like right now also, you can see a little bit of stickiness in my eyes. This is what I was getting, like when you get conjunctivitis, you have redness in your eyes, stickiness in your eye area, and